Union members at Water and Sewerage expressing their concerns, Bahamas Union of Teacher President blasting the Ministry of Education, and 12 unfortunate COVID-19 deaths confirmed over the past 2 days. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tyler Simonet with your JCN News for this Wednesday, September 1st. Thanks for staying with us. The union representing middle managers at the Water and Sewerage Corporation held a press conference this afternoon, expressing concerns on matters affecting the management team. Representing more than 70-member union President Montgomery Miller described the internal affairs and atmosphere at the Water and Sewerage Corporation as an unfolding, unnatural disaster. Mr. Miller says in addition to the manager's contractual agreement expiring in 2013, over the past 17 months, the following concerns expressed by the managers' union have been ignored.
Well over a year ago, in March of 2020, the Water and Sewage Management Union issued a press statement sounding the alarm of the unnatural disaster unfolding at the Water and Sewage Corporation under the leadership of Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson and General Manager Elwood Donaldson. At that time, the union cited clear allegations of abuse and mistreatment of WSC employees, maluse of WSC financial resources, lawlessness in the disregard for contractual obligations, destabilization of the corporation through high employee turnover, and a failure to advance pre-existing institutional strengthening initiatives. The union made public appeals to the minister responsible for WSC and to the Prime Minister, but alas, those all fell on deaf ears.
Mr. Miller says middle managers have been subjected to victimization and intimidation from the highest levels in the corporation, including their benefits being wrongfully withheld while the corporation continues to spend lavishly on questionable equipment and questionable awarding of contracts. Mr. Miller was referring to the allegations surrounding conflict of interest contracts awarded by Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson. In not so many words, the union is calling for both Gibson and Donaldson to resign.
We call upon the authorities to step in and to secure the records of WSC, as we have recently received reports from managers that access to normal information is being restricted, and we are aware that IC&C staff have been granted administrative access to some key systems. This is a serious administrative systems, I should say, and this is a serious concern. While the organization is currently employing tactics to address purported leaks, we remind the leadership of the organization that they are legally bound to keep intact the full records of the corporation. We further raise the concern of the executive chairman using his personal Hotmail account rather than the secure WSC-issued email account for official corporation business.
Can you say what is the honorable thing in this case?
Well, all in the sound of my voice should appreciate, including Executive Chairman Gibson and Mr. Donaldson, our General Manager, exactly what that means. There are outstanding issues that need to be resolved. We would hope that they would take the necessary action to fix the things that they could fix, to try and resuscitate their image and their reputation, but failing that, of course, we are calling on them to do what was necessary.
Mr. Miller suggested the corporation is currently employing tactics to find out where the leaks came from. He says the managers' union would welcome a full investigation of the cooperation by the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Bahamas Union of Teachers Belinda Wilson blasting the Ministry of Education after citing a number of challenges with the government's virtual learning platform. Public schools opened in the country for virtual learning this past Monday, August 30th, but the BUT president says that it has not been smooth sailing.
Despite the rhetoric from Minister Jeffrey Lloyd, on day one, the virtual platform is still not working. After 18 months of pontificating, the Ministry of Education learning management system is still inadequate. Teachers and students on the first day of school could not get onto the platform. Teachers and students do not have passwords. Teachers do not have their class lists. Many have not been given laptops, and internet access at schools are non-existent or inoperable.
President Wilson claims that some of the tablets given to students still have to be upgraded as they are not compatible with the learning management system. She also says that teachers have resorted to using Zoom, Google Classroom, and other educational virtual platforms to conduct lessons. Mrs. Wilton had these stern words for the Minister of Education, Jeffrey Lloyd.
The Bahamas Union of Teachers, we impress upon the Minister of Education, please stop talking. Cut the rhetoric. Try to put together an efficient LMS. Enough time and enough money has been wasted. The children of our nation are being negatively impacted. We are in a COVID environment, which means that we may have to use the virtual platform for some time further or in the future. So let's get it right so that the children of our nation can receive the quality education that they are so worthy of.
Health officials confirmed 12 more COVID-related deaths for August 30th and August 31st. 10 confirmed here in the capital, 1 over on Mayaguana, and another on Long Island. These deaths range in age from 27 to 70. Total COVID-19 deaths in country are now at 408, and 29 deaths are currently under investigation. COVID cases also continue to rise here in the Bahamas, and the Ministry of Health confirms 192 new positive cases for Monday, August 30th, and Tuesday, August 31st. The capital carrying the brunt of those cases with 148, Grand Bahama with 15, Abaco with 10, Eleuthera with 9, Andros with 4, Exuma 2, and Long Island also recording 2. 3 of the newly confirmed cases on New Providence have a history of travel within 14 days. Total hospitalizations in country at 169, with 154 considered moderately ill and 15 in the intensive care unit. A total of 50 cases recovered yesterday and 35 on Monday, bringing the total in that category to 14,760. Active cases now stand at 3,167. JCN News team has obtained a voice note and photo of a woman believed to be a female police officer, with the numbers 84 appearing as the last 2 numbers on her badge, pictured with a bandage wound on her right side of her head, just above the ear, and dried blood on the right sleeve of her police uniform. In the voice note, the woman, who is believed to be a police officer, is accusing an unnamed assistant superintendent of police of causing her injuries. The female alleges that the ASP in question refused to allow her to access the police dorms because she is unvaccinated, and that is when a struggle between the two ensued, resulting in the injury that caused her to lose consciousness. The female in the voice note, accompanied by the photo, says she intends to press charges against the ASP in addition to seeking legal action against the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Our news team spoke with Police Press Liaison Officer, Assistant Superintendent of Police Ollie Peters, who says that an investigation into the matter has been launched and a response from the Royal Bahamas Police Force is forthcoming. We'll have more on this in a later newscast. The Pan American Health Organization confirming that while the Alpha variant of the COVID-19 virus is present in the Bahamas, there is still currently no evidence of the Delta variant being in country. Dr. Jairo Andres Mendez Rico, PAHO's advisor on emerging viral diseases, says as much during PAHO's weekly press briefing on COVID-19 in the Americas.
In close collaboration with the PAHO Genomic Surveillance Regional Network, several samples from the Bahamas have been sent to the sequencing reference lab in Fiocruz, Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, and more recently also to the Instituto Borges in Panama, where complete genomes have been obtained. According to the most recent information already available in global databases, the Alpha variant of concern has been detected in most of these samples from Bahamas, together with other variants in less proportion, including Iota, classified as by WHO as a variant of interest. So far, there is no evidence of Delta variant circulation in the Bahamas. Nevertheless, increasing detection in the Caribbean has been demonstrated, particularly in Antigua and Barbuda, Aruba, Cayman Islands, Dominica, Guadeloupe, and Barbados, in close co-circulation with others, including Alpha and Gamma.
Data has shown that the Delta variant is highly transmissible, and it has been detected in some 44 countries. It's been spreading rapidly through countries such as the United States and the UK. However, many Caribbean countries have not experienced this rapid spread. Dr. Mendez Rico explains why that may be.
Why the Delta hasn't had a huge impact so far is not easy to explain. Perhaps some sort of cross-protection because of the previous circulation of many other variants may help to make a little bit more less fast the introduction and the distribution of this variant. But again, I think that is early to say what is happening. Finally, I would like to say that the genomic surveillance is critical to learn more about the evolution patterns and distribution of the virus. Nevertheless, remember that there is only one SARS-CoV-2 virus. Therefore, the most important message is to implement and maintain all the public health measures that we already know to limit the transmission, including the appropriate use of masks, social distancing, and of course vaccination.
In country so far, the Alpha and Iota variant of COVID-19 have been detected. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.